wanna live in a world full of heroes, not sit here counting zeros in a cubicle downtown.
Hello Nerdophiliacs, this is Mikey D, and this here is episode 2 of the Nerdophiliac. We're going to talk about some things today. I'm doing a comic book review, we're going to talk about Iron Man 3, and we're going to have some nerd rage about my good old friend Michael Bay. So, first we're going to talk about this comic book here. This is Thor, God of Thunder, number 7. The artist here is Izad Ribic. I have it written down because I cannot pronounce that without looking at it. And written by Jason Aaron. Now this is a good book here. I'm a huge fan of it. Me and my fiance love reading this series. It's new. It's part of the Marvel Now situation here with the Revolution, when they're bringing back all new stories with mixing around all their artists and writers. And the art in this book is amazing. I mean, this here specifically, number 7, there's nothing really of note in this specific book, but this series so far has been awesome read. Basic storyline, I'm not going to give too much away. There's this guy called Gore, and he calls himself the God Butcher, and he's been going around all over the universe killing gods from every possible universe, not just the Marvel universe. They got some Greek stuff involved in there, and it's pretty cool. And so pretty much the way it goes is Thor, God of Thunder, is the only one left, and he brings himself when he was young, himself in the present, and then a Thor from the future where he kind of takes up Odin's throne and has an eye patch, and it's all kind of weird stuff. But that's kind of what it is right now. And this new story arc that's just starting this past week was called God Bomb. And it was pretty cool, great read, easy for new readers to just hop on. There's only 7 issues, so you might want to just get the other ones to flip through if you're in your local comic book store and just sneak in, just take a look at them. Great story, and I'm a huge fan of Thor, so this is a plus. Something else I want to talk to you guys about is the Dynamite series. Dynamite Comics has this series here called Thunderbolt, Peter Cannon Thunderbolt, and something that Dynamite Comics has been doing pretty recently, which is really cool, is they're taking these old superheroes from like the 1930s and 40s and the early 50s, like the golden age of comics, and superheroes that have not gotten a lot of page time in recent years because of Marvel and DC are just pretty much taking over the industry. They're kind of bringing them back and bringing some seriously good talent, writers and artists, and kind of giving them a new life. And I commend Dynamite Comics for doing that, because it is really great. And so this is the one I've been picking up, Peter Cannon Thunderbolt. This cover here was actually done by Alex Ross, so you get an idea of the talent they have on these projects. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's a great new take on old superheroes, because a lot of them have kind of hokey powers, if they have any powers at all. A lot of them just have a mask and 2 guns and a faithful sidekick with, funny quips and quirks. So this is something that I think you might want to check out. Peter Cannon Thunderbolt from Dynamite Comics. It's not your big 2 Marvel DC kind of stuff. There's not going to be any movies made about these guys, but it's a fun read, and it's a great way to, if you have like a grandparent who used to read comic books, you guys can actually have something in common when it comes to the comic books, which is pretty cool. Okay, so now I'm going to be talking about Iron Man 3. As you can see, I have my ticket here, and tonight is May 2nd. And tomorrow is May 3rd, which is the premiere of Iron Man 3. And I think it's pretty cool, and I'm very excited, but something that is even cooler and makes me even more excited is the fact that Regal Cinemas, Regal Entertainment Group in Las Vegas, for whatever reason, is doing a special preview, and you don't even have to get special tickets, you just go in there and buy them. So I'm going to see Iron Man 3 on today, May 2nd, at 10:15 p.m. I don't have to wait until midnight, which, I mean, I have no problem with, because I'll stay up until 4 in the morning to watch an awesome Marvel movie, but I got my ticket already, and we are ready to go and see it at 10:15. So, a little Iron Man 3 news that I did find out is that there is an after the credits scene, and everyone's always excited about what the after the credits scenes are going to be for these Marvel movies, because it's usually a lead in to some other movie that's coming out. Like with Iron Man 2, it was Thor, and so on and so forth. Well, I did find out what it was, and I'm still excited about it, but I was kind of disappointed because it's not what I was looking for. The after credits scene from when the movie premiered in Europe, people were blogging about it, is that Tony Stark is in some kind of therapist situation, and he's talking about the various traumas and situations he's experienced as Iron Man. And when the camera pans out, you see that he's in fact talking to Mark Ruffalo, who plays Dr. Bruce Banner in the Avengers. And so it seems like, you know, Bruce Banner's kind of falling asleep while Tony Stark is talking. And, you know, Tony Stark wakes him up, reprimands him for falling asleep during his story. And that's pretty much it. And Bruce Banner makes a comment like, you know, I'm not that kind of doctor. And then Tony Stark goes back to talking. Mark Ruffalo dozes back off. It's kind of like a funny little scene, kind of like the shawarma scene after Avengers. It had nothing to do with anything, but it was just kind of like this, you know, thanks for staying after the credits kind of thing, a little extra funny clip. I mean, I was expecting to see something to lead into Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier, anything to do with Ant-Man. I'm reading into it way too much, so don't take this. I'm reading into it, believe it. That when he says I'm not that kind of doctor, it's something to reference the rumors surfacing about a Doctor Strange movie, which I would love and I would just completely go over the moon for, but so that's that. It's a simple little scene. It's worth staying after the credits because I know you guys are going to stay after the credits anyway. Okay, so alright everybody, now it's that time, it's Nerd Rage. So, what I'm going to talk about today is Michael Bay. Now, some of you may know him from movies as Armageddon and Transformers 1 and 2, things like this. Well, I want to tell you guys that I'm sure you've heard, because there has been not just my Nerd Rage, but Nerd Rage amongst the interwebs about how he is going to be remaking the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series with a reboot movie. Now, I grew up with the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as a cartoon. Then when I was older, a little older, I saw the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie where it was live action, and it was awesome. I mean, I loved it. I thought it was great. Michelangelo's my favorite. He's a funny guy. He likes pizza, and his name is Michael. So, there you go. What he's going to be doing, as far as you may have known, is he is going to be taking Teenage and Mutant out of the title and is just titling the movie Ninja Turtles. So that was irking me a little bit, but then I did more research and I was even more pissed off because he was going to remove the whole storyline where the regular turtles that just happened to walk into that mutant ooze that turned them into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and instead he was going to make them from an alien planet where all the aliens that inhabit the planet look like giant humanoid turtles, and they come to Earth and they fight crime as ninjas in the sewer. So what I had to say about that was I wanted to Hulk out on Michael Bay and I'd be like, what are you doing? You already ruined Transformers and you want to do this too? You just hate me. You hate my life and you hate everyone that loves these things. Well, thankfully, Universal Studios has since strong-armed him and has made him put Teenage Mutant back in the title. And they also made him put the mutant news back into the storyline. Now, I know, you know, as far as like an artist and creative choices, that's not cool for a major studio to do that, but I don't understand why you would take on a massive fan base that is, you know, for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and then ruin the entire mythos of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It doesn't make any sense. So, just a little side note, on April 22nd, Michael Bay made an announcement where he officially apologized for Armageddon. He said that he didn't have enough time to make the movie what it should have been. And I mean, honestly, Armageddon's not my favorite movie. I have some cousins who love that movie, but I mean, it's a sappy love story that happens to have a little, you know, space little notch thrown in there, but it's fine the way it was. Don't apologize for that. Apologize for Transformers. Transformers 1 and 2. Those were complete travesties of film. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not a huge film critic, but I mean, the graphics were great. Yes, don't get me wrong, the graphics were cool. Some scenes were a little busy, but the writing was horrific. And I hate Megan Fox. I mean, yes, she's hot, but she has monkey thumbs, and I hate her. She's like the worst excuse for an actress ever. And so I know I'm getting a little carried away, and I apologize. I apologize for that because I'm very passionate about the things I love. This is what Nerd Rage is. And you just, you know, oh yes, okay, he does the Victoria's Secret commercials. I know he does that, okay, which is fine. But I mean, there were scenes in Transformers 2 that, you know, the little robot humping Megan Fox's leg, and then when that one giant robot was destroying it was a Decepticon that was destroying a pyramid, and he had giant wrecking balls that were swinging between his legs, and the one guy was like, "I'm by the balls." Are you serious? Is this a joke? I don't even know what audience it's for. And then Transformers 3 was just a complete, I don't even know. I want to buy every copy and then burn it. It was the worst film ever. And I'm sorry, Transformers fans out there. I have no hate against the original Transformers series, Autobots, Decepticons. I like it. It's cool. It works. But those movies were just complete garbage. And this is all on Michael Bay. This is all him. Michael Bay Explosion is what we're going to call him, because there's nothing but explosions and pretty pictures and pandering to a specific audience of a specific age group. And so that's it. And that's all I have to say about that. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will be better now because it is now Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and not just Ninja Turtles as it was going to be. And we're okay. And I feel better now. And I purged what I was feeling. So that is that. So episode 2 of the Nerdophiliac. What's going to happen next? I'm going to wait not next week, but the week after. I'm doing episode 3. But tonight, I'm going to take this camera along with me to the movie theaters. I'm going to do a little Iron Man 3 featurette. Me and my friends are going to be waiting online. And I'm going to bring it in, the camera, talk about some stuff. And then when I come home, just kind of give you my overall opinion of the movie, which should be awesome because it is going to be an exciting romp through the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Another one. So thank you guys for watching, and again, if you love this, you like it, subscribe, tell your friends. This video is gonna be posted on Facebook, so it will spread like wildfire, I'm sure. So thank you guys for watching, and enjoy.